When the crowd went quiet and the phone stopped ringing, when the voices faded and the truth stopped singing, when the ones I trusted turned and walked away, every promise shattered, nothing left to say.
I was sitting in the ashes, all the bridges burned, asking heavy questions, waiting for my turn.
And in the deepest silence, when I felt the fear, there in the darkness, you were here.
When I thought I was forgotten, when I thought I was alone, you were closer than my heartbeat, closer than my bones. You were there in the night I couldn't pray. You were there when the tears fell down my face, when the world said I was done, when my strength was almost gone. I didn't see it then, but I see it now. You were there
In the valley of a shadow,
where the sun refused to rise, where betrayal cut so deeply, like a sword between my sides.
like Peter in the courtyard,
In the dark,
Job upon the ground,
love upon my
like
head.
David in the wilderness, when no help could be found.
Oh, how good
When my faith felt like a whisper,
barely hanging by a thread.
when my hope was in a graveyard,
Dreams I thought were dead.
in the silence of that tomb, before the stone was rolled, you were right in resurrection, in a story still untold.
You never left the garden, you never left the grave.
You stood right in the fire and made a way.
You lay in the fire and the flood.
You were there,
You were there
covered in your blood,
when the doors were closing in, when I couldn't stand again. I couldn't stand again.
I couldn't feel your hand.
I couldn't feel your hand.
But now I understand you were there.
Even then I couldn't see you,
You weren't worthy,
and I couldn't feel you.
you were near,
And in my worst decision,
you were mercy,
in my lowest moment,
you were here.
you were there in the break.
You were there in the pain.
You were there in the waiting.
You never walked away.
You were there and you left me.
We're there in the
You
shame.
were there in the silence.
Calling out my name.
You never left me. You never failed. Never walked out on my soul.
Through every heartbreak, to every earthquake.
Gloom of the rock I could hold.
And if I'm still breathing,
Too long because
you carried me.
now I couldn't stand up.
You were there.
You were there through the valley low.
You were there, yeah.
When I let you go,
Still you went to me.
in reckless mercy,
Now I
testify I survived.
because you were there. When I look back now,
Through the tears I
I
cried,
can see your footprints
right by my side.
I was never abandoned.
Never forsaken, even when my whole world was shaking. I thought I was alone, but you were there.
When the crowd went quiet and the phone stopped ringing, when the voices faded and the truth stopped singing, when ones I trusted turned and walked away, every promise shattered, nothing left to say. sun refused me.
Refuse to rise.
Like a sword between my sides.
Courtyard.
Like Job upon the ground.
Like David in the wilderness.
And there's where no help could be found.
Felt like a whisper.
Barely hanging by a thread.
Barely hanging by a thread.
Where my hope was in a graveyard.
But the dreams I thought were dead.
In the silence of that tomb,
Before the stone was rolled.
you arrived in resurrection.
His story still untold.
You never left the garden.
Never left the grave.
You stood right in the fire.
My hate away.
You are.
There in the fight and the flood.
You
He
are.
was there.
Covered in your blood. When the doors were closing in,
Couldn't stand again.
I couldn't feel your hand.
Now I understand.
You
were there.
are.
Even when I couldn't see you, you were working. Even when I couldn't feel you, you were near.
Even in my worst visions,
You were mercy. Even in my lowest moment, you were here.
you were there.
You were there in the breaking.
You were there in the pain.
You were there in the waiting.
You never walked away.
You were there.
When they left me,
You were there.
when the shame
You were there.
in the silence, calling out my name.
You never left me. You never failed me. You never walked out on my soul. Through every heartbreak, through every earthquake, you are the rock I could hold.
If I'm still breathing,
It's only because
you carried me.
carried me when I couldn't stand up.
You were there.
Through the valley low,
You were there.
can't let you go.
And still you ran for me with reckless mercy.
Now I testify I survived.
Because you were there.
And I look back now through the tears I cried. I can see your footprints right by my side.
I was never abandoned.
Never forsaken.